Hey guys, it's M4J here and welcome back to the Majeffries network on OpenTTD. Now today we are building the link line between the Northern Trunk Line at Playhatton Springs and the Great Eastern Line at Nut Hill City Centre. It's quite a short line actually. The time-lapse, as you could probably see from the length of this video, is not all time-lapse by the way, there's a lot of live action stuff afterwards. The time-lapse itself is 6 minutes long, which is quite incredible really, because normally it's like half an hour, 40 minutes, something like that, and I spend 2 hours building the line. This time around it was half an hour building the line, and that's been shortened to about 6 minutes. It's a pretty direct line. It does do a little bit of zigzagging towards the end, but this section here, it does kind of just cut across the scenery. You can kind of see here how I'm building the station. Is it Cadstone, this one? Let me just check that. Cadworth, that's the one. Raised station that goes into a tunnel. It's quite a nice looking station actually once it's finished, and I'm sure once the trees and everything grow around it, it will look really nice. It's a little bit of a blot at the moment because it's all on a big brown embankment that I've just built in the middle of the nice landscape there. But overall this is a pretty good line. It's electrified throughout. Once it gets to Nut Hill, the electrification stops and it becomes non-electrified as it joins up with the Great Eastern Line. But that's fine because all the Great Eastern Line trains are DMUs and DEMUs anyway, so that's not a problem. This is Grundhead Apollonia, you can see me building right now. This is a connection with the high-speed network, which is why I'm building this big sort of interchange station. Plenty of room for trains to tick over in the platforms whilst they're waiting for their high-speed connecting services. It's a nice station actually. One thing I had noticed is Grundhead Apollonia itself isn't connected to the town. Now that the slow, is that the right word? The non-high-speed platforms, now they've been built, it actually has a connection to the town, so passengers will spawn at Grundhead now, whereas before they had to be brought from somewhere else to then interchange onto another service that would take them to where they want to go. This is following the usual law of this map. It's a brand new line in terms of we've just built it, but in terms of the law of the map, it's been around for quite a long time. In fact, in the law terms, it existed before the high-speed line did, which might be a little bit difficult to get your head around when you think about the way that, you know, the order in which things have been built. It was a lot easier to build the high-speed line first and then build the other line snaking around it than vice versa, because the last thing you want is for your nice high-speed line to have to do a little chicane here, there and everywhere in order to fit around your existing network. It's not that feasible, to be fair. There's a couple of cases coming up where the is it classic? I think classic is the word I'm looking for. The classic lines run right alongside the high-speed lines. I was going to avoid that initially, but then I thought actually that's not a bad idea, because on the high-speed 1 line in the UK, there's a section just after Stratford International, between Stratford International and Ebbsfleet International. I think it's tunnels 3 and 4. Coming out of St Pancras, where the high-speed 1 line does actually run alongside, I believe it's the Chatham main line, although I might have got that wrong. Both services run by South Eastern, so actually there isn't really a conflict there, but it's sort of an homage to that, where the high-speed line is running alongside the existing line, and there are plans with high-speed 2 for it to run, I believe it's through the Midlands area. It will run alongside classic main lines. So I wanted to do a little sort of mention of that as well. As you know, I like to base my lines on real lines in the UK. Might be a little bit of artistic license applied here, there and everywhere, but I'm using that expression a lot. Might be a bit of artistic license applied here or there, but overall it's fairly strict in terms of how I follow the real life building. I do a little bit of destruction along the way, along this route as well. Sometimes it couldn't be helped, sometimes it was just me being lazy. I was trying to get this episode recorded fairly quickly because I've had a really busy week, unfortunately, and I'd like to say it's all uni work, but it's not. It's a lot of other stuff going on at the moment as well, which is why the last 2 episodes weren't really episodes of this series, they were of the sub-series. I announced the sub-series thinking that episodes would be spaced like 2-3 weeks apart maybe, and I'll just throw one in every now and then when I didn't have anything else to be able to upload. As it turns out, I needed to use both of the first 2 episodes of that new sub-series to fill last week. So I do apologise for that. I know there are some people that like that sort of thing, and actually the viewership hasn't been that bad. But I know there's also people that aren't a huge fan of that, so I do apologise for that. I will try and get normal episodes for the next couple of weeks to make up for that. The last thing I want to talk about really is what's going to happen in the next part of this video. So this is the end of the time-lapse coming up. You can see we are nearly connecting with the line from Nut Hill. And next up, I'm going to be doing some signalling at Nut Hill. Someone asked me to do some signalling. I will name them in the live section of the video. They wanted me to do a little tutorial just so I can show how I do my signal programming to make sure that trains run where they're supposed to, that sort of thing. I'm happy to oblige and do that. So the next part of the video will have that signalling tutorial. For now though, there's only a few seconds left of the time-lapse anyway, but I'm going to stop talking for a minute because my voice is quite sore, because this is the last bit of the video that I'm recording. So I'm going to let the music take over and the rest of the time-lapse, and we'll come back in just a minute for the live section. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright, we are back and we are going to do some live stuff. That was a bit loud at the start, apologies for that. Signals. I've been asked to do a signalling tutorial. Let me get up the name of the person who asked whilst I put my phone on silent like a professional. Just gotta wait for the app to load. There we go. Mega SSSSDD says please show us signals. So I will. I did say, last episode I think it was, if anyone wanted me to do any tutorials to do with signalling or anything like that, to let me know, and I've been asked, so there we go. Signalling, depending on how you do it, it's either really easy or it's impossible. I'm going to show you the really easy method. The really easy method is just to do it, if anyone's aware of the saying keep it simple stupid, that is exactly what we're going to do with this. So this signal here, I was going to copy actually, but I'll show you it from scratch. So the first thing you always start with is deny. That means nothing can go through. Now when I first started this particular map, I wasn't aware of this. This was something that someone told me. I can't remember off the top of my head who it was that told me, but thank you for telling me that, because it was a huge help. So you always start off with the deny. That means no trains can get through. But then if you do something like if entry direction is from the back, and then you open up a new tab here, so you add another if function. So this is if trains enter from the back of the signal, then it will move on to this function. If the train doesn't enter from the back of the signal, then it becomes negligent. It doesn't matter. In some cases that means trains still won't be allowed through. It will stick to the deny order. In the case of terminus platforms like this one here, which is the one we're using, it will just let the train through because it's heading from the front. There's no option for it to enter or exit at the back, so it'll let it go through from the front. I do need to build, I'm going to do it as a signal cabin I think for this particular one, like so. So this is going to be if next order is this signal cabin, then you select the deny one again, but then over here you change that to allow. So to summarize again, it denies all trains. No train is allowed into this particular block, which in this case is this longer platform here. Then you add an if function, so if the train is entering from the back of signal, which it will be in more cases than not, then it will move on to the next function, which is if the next order is great painting head waypoint, which is this one here, then allow. And it says here in the brackets cancel previous deny. So if the train meets these two criteria here, it will cancel the deny and it will allow the train to access the block. However, I'm going to add one more if for this particular platform. If train length is 5, which is the length, I believe, of this platform. And in fact, alright, we're going to have to do a little bit of jigging around here, because I've just realised that actually this platform won't be long enough for the type of train I want to stop here. So we're going to copy quickly this, like so. So now we're operating on this one. So if train length is greater than 5, then allow. And with that I can get rid of, this signal and this signal. In fact, I can extend this one out a little bit further if I wanted to, which I think I shall, because that is quite handy to have that as an option. And as I'm recording, I can hear the dog next door starting to bark again. That's nice. It's really nice when they wait for me to start recording a video before they start barking. I really do appreciate that. Anyway, I've got my windows shut more than usual, so it should be okay. It should be okay. Right, so this platform here now is 6 tiles long. This one is also 6 because it extends back a tile there. So with that, we're going to get this and we're going to copy from there. So that now means both of these platforms, if the train length is greater than 5, which in both cases it will be because it's 6 tiles long, then it will allow the train to enter that particular block. With that, I'm going to move these signals as well. That shouldn't be electrified, actually, that little section there. So we're going to de-electrify that back as far as there. And then we're going to add a dispatch cabinet. In fact, we're not going to do it like that. We are going to do it... Actually, we'll just add one of these. Like so. And... we're going to add one here as well, like that. I think that's right. Anyway, this signal here, we're going to copy that, except we're going to change this one to less than or equal to, which is that. So that means that the kisses, which we are going to have operating on this line, I do like that name, KISS. They're going to stop in this platform here, whereas the faster trains are going to stop, or the longer trains I should say, are going to stop in these two platforms here. And that should be that completed. Now this, do they have names? They do. So this station here is Nut Hill City Centre, which it kind of still is, I suppose. So this is going to be Nut Hill City North Box, spelt correctly. There we go. And I think in terms of, well, I was about to say in terms of the signalling we're done here, but we're not done here at all. So these three here, we're going to share orders. So you press share and then you press on the one you wish to share. Now at the moment they've not got anything in them, but we're going to do that now. So we're going to go for a deny function, and then this is going to be very simple. If entry direction is from the front, then select the deny, and then here switch to allow. Nice and simple. And we're going to do the same thing with these three. Going to reset them first of all to cancel all the previous commands, and then we're going to do share like so. And then the final thing is these ones here do need to be set up. That is already set up, that one's already set up, and that one's already set up, so that's fine. So it is just these three, and I was going to say these three, but this doesn't have a signal. This one should have a signal. I'm going to put one there like that. In fact, if I remembered that over here, I could have a longer platform there. That's fine, it doesn't matter. So this particular signal here, we're going to reset you. This is going to have independent orders. So if next order, or so if, hang on, if entry direction is from the, oh no, hang on, I'm confusing myself now. Deny. Always start with a deny. If entry direction is from the back, then if next order is here, or if, now this is another one, this means you can have two parameters for the same function. So in this case I'm going to have a next order function for this box, or if current order is, whoops, this box, then allow. That's quite simple as well. So the OR allows you to add more parameters, so whether or not, because you can have lots of different trains with shared orders, but they could all have different parameters themselves. The train length might be different, or the maximum speed might be different, and it allows you to filter different trains into different signals depending on what direction you want them to go in. I'm not doing a very good job of explaining it really, but there you go. Oh yeah, you can't make it share with itself. Now these two I can have share, nice and simple. So you can be deny if entry direction is from the back, then if next order is here, then allow. So the way this is now set up is trains can run from the line here into either of these two platforms, or if these two platforms are already occupied, it will run through the center track into these two platforms. Or if it's coming out of these two platforms, it will run into this center track, out and away. Nice and simple. And then finally we need to do this one. So I'm going to cheat a little bit with this. I'm going to copy from here, and I'm going to change this order to here and to here. Now there is something crucial to remember when you're doing these. Copy means you can just copy the order like so, and then you can edit it. So in this case I'm going to edit that one like that. Share means if I make any changes to this one, it will also change this one. So if you keep your eye on this one here as I rechange the target, you can see now they're both going to north box. But if I change it to south, they'll both change to south. That's crucial to remember as well, because what that then means is you will have you will have signals chains together. They could be anywhere on the network. If they're sharing orders, if you change one, you'll change them all. Whereas if you just copy the orders, so when I did with this one is I copied it from here, I can now do any changes I like to this signal and it won't affect this one. It's a good way of getting a template to work from. So you'll have, let's just say I set up a random piece of track and a signal, set loads of different orders, and then every time I wanted to set up a new signal I would just copy from that, and I can then change it to suit whatever I wanted that particular signal to do. This signal I'm going to reverse, and I'm going to turn into a two-way path signal. I always have these on the exits at junctions. Sometimes I don't put any orders on them. Sometimes I will put some orders on them. It just means that if you have like a slow line and a fast line, you can make sure that the right train is on the right track. In this particular case, it doesn't matter too much, but it's always nice to have available. Now these 3 here, I am going to have them share orders. This is going to be deny if entry direction is from the back, then if next order is here, then allow. So I think for this particular section, that's that done. Now here I just want to make sure that this is set up. If train length is 2, and we'll do less than or equal to, then allow. And then these 3, which should all be shared, but it doesn't look like they are they all the exact same orders? They are. So really, I should have them share with one another. Like so. And then you are if train length is greater than 2. Allow. Okay. This is both, is it not? So, south and south sidings? Yep, cool. So this train now will only go into this little tiny platform over here. Any other trains that come in from the south will go into these bigger platforms. And then go back out again, obviously. And then on this side we have some electric trains that will be able to run in and do their thing and then run out again. Okay, I think for this station, then that is finished. The next thing we want to do is head over to the high-speed connection over here. I haven't built any of the stations on this line yet, by the way, so we're going to do that in the live section as well. So we might as well start over here. Now for some of these I will be doing very basic island platforms. Keeps things simple, nice and easy to do. So I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think these only need to be 5 tiles long. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I suppose we'll have that one again. 5. The idea being, if I just scratch my ear, that looks like a lift shaft, and I think that is supposed to be a lift shaft. So if I do that, then there's a lift shaft, and I'll put a station building at the side or on this side, then it looks like you take a lift down underneath the tracks and then up into the center. Over here I'm going to go for a more standard, I can't do it there, so I might have to do it a little bit further over. Maybe here, hang on. Like that, and like that. You like that. You like that. So that's 2. 3. And then down here, 4, 5. 4, 5. That's that one done. Over here, I think we might as well just go for this design again. 1, 2. 1, 2. 3. Now here I'm going to put this like that, and then I'm going to put the opposite side one like that, and then we're going to get a bridge, not that one, we'll go for the more modern one because it can go both ways, like so and like so, and that's 5. And then here, first thing is first, Apollonia, done. Like that. And we'll just do a random one like that. Okay. If I do all of these, and do all of these, and then do all of those. Get rid of that in the middle. And then put those ones like that. Those ones like that. Okay. Now for this one we're going to start off with some stairs. So we're going to put a staircase there. Actually no we're not. We're going to put a staircase there. And a staircase there. And then on the island we're going to put stairs there and there. Go back into this mode, like so. We'll put a CTA, and I'm going to try and dot this out the same on the other side, or similar at least. I think that's pretty good. And then the islands. Let's see, CTA there, and then we want shelter, 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 and shelter. That's a pretty good design, I would say. I'm quite happy with that. Now we've got to do the signalling, which is fun. How am I going to do the signalling for this? That's a good question. I suppose this will be based on what the next order is. So, I mean, this station's pretty empty actually, although now because I've built it over here it's going to start accepting passengers. So this station, the high-speed platform, should start getting a bit livelier as well with this new addition. So I think the easiest way to do this would be, first of all, this one, and in fact all of these. Let's grab this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and we're going to share all of these with this particular signal here, which I haven't selected yet, and that's for my own benefit really. Like that. Now this is an if entry direction is from the front, then deny. If entry direction is from the front, then allow. Okay, and that's all 8 of these signals now from the front sorted. Now this is going to be deny if entry direction is from the back, then if current order is. Now, where's the next big station? Cadworth, which I might extend actually, make it a little bit longer. Or if current order is right the way over here, I'll put it here. That. Then allow. I didn't build one here, did I? No. Good. So that then means that fade back over here. Trains can now shoot straight through if they want to, or if they need to, not if they want to. These trains are not sentient beings. This isn't the island of Sodor, unfortunately. Right, if current order is... Oh, I haven't built the rest of the stations yet. We'll have to pin this and leave it like that for now. Now these ones, it's going to be a little bit trickier. So I suppose we could do it by train length. That could benefit us. Just trying to think. I mean, it would work. It would work. Let's grab this one. You're going to share with this one. So actually, I don't need to change any of them. If No. The first thing I said was to put deny at the end of each signal, and ever since I've said that, that's the only thing I've forgotten to do on each one. If entry direction is from the back, then if next order is here, actually I don't need to do that. If train length is less than or equal to 5, he says whilst typing 6, then allow. And with that order I can then get these two to also share with these two. And then for this one and this one, if I copy from that, now if I get this one to share with this, not that one, with this one, I can still change this without it affecting the smaller platform signals, but it will affect these two that have the shared. So in this case, all I'm going to change is that. So now if the train length is greater than 5, so in these cases it's 7, yeah, then it will allow them in. And that's that done, which is quite nice. Also makes things nice and simple. Yeah, you need to have more stations built before I can start changing you. So, we're going to go back to island platforms for this next section. And we're going to have that there with that there. 3, 4. Actually going to do it like that. That's 5. Over here, I'm tempted to build like this. And actually have two platforms that go off either side of the main line. Kinda like this. That one doesn't need to be that as long as that. We'll just run it like that. And then here and not there actually. I might remove that signal. There we need that to be a path signal. And then here and here. So I'm going to remove that signal there. And then that's my new catchphrase. And then I say it so many times. In fact, if we're doing that, that's my other catchphrase. Right. You're going to go like that. I'm going to get rid of you. Like so. And then anything that happens on this side, we can now replicate on the other side. So let's put some schedules. Make sure we got the right one. Guessing your Connolly heights. So you're 2 and 3. 3 and 4. Like that and like that. And in fact, if I put that there instead, head up here, grab stairs, one set there, one set over here, and then scroll down again to that and pop that there. There you go. So these are quite long platforms, but then these might hold quite long trains. Considering where they are, we might have some of the cross-country services stop here, so that's not too bad an idea. Back to the island platforms for this next section. We're going to have one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then over here we're going to have the station in the middle of town. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we might as well have a 6th one like that. Over here we're going to have some stairs leading up to the platform. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll have the lift again on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All good there. Up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Over here we're going to use this, I think, for this particular one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Put that there. 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll put a bridge across there at some point. Otherwise it's just a floating thing, it doesn't look very nice. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hopefully we're nearly at nut till. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's nut till. Okay, cool. So this, I'm going to change the 2 here. So first one's going to be this. The second one is going to be here. Or if current order is right the way down here. And then that's now allow. Awesome. I can unpin you, get rid of you. Save the game really quickly, because you never know what might happen. Do that, there we go. Now we can actually get some trains starting to run on here. Now I need to open up my service schedule. Like so. And I'm actually going to go away for just a second and sort out the service pattern for trains running along here, because we're going to have some East Midlands trains, or I mean they're East Midlands livery, but they're going to be Guard City Great Eastern trains that will run maybe even from GSJ right the way through to Nut Hill up here and perhaps beyond. We are also going to have some cross-country trains that start from Denston and go through here on the way up to Gronwell, and also some of the other, I think Beffingway might be a good spot as well, maybe Warnbridge. And also, we're going to have some trains running from GSG, probably some 91s, maybe a Pendolino service, don't know yet, that's going to run into Nut Hill from, as I said, GSG. Also, we're going to have some North Rail trains running from places like Beffingway and Warnbridge into, and maybe even Gronwell actually, into here, Nut Hill. This isn't that far from the north coast. I think it's about right to have Northern Rail trains. Maybe Gronwell is a little too far, but we have some other stations. There's the system here. In fact, this does have trains calling at it, doesn't it? Yeah. Might have to increase the service pattern here actually. But we have trains that run from here, which can run to Nut Hill, because we've got the triangular junction like so. We can also have trains run see if we go this way. Maybe not there. There is somewhere. If we go through Beffing Way, I'm sure there's somewhere. Maybe here. We could have a branch that runs up to here. Up to Hin Hill, because we do have trains running to Hin Hill. Anyway, I'm going to go away and I'm going to plan out some services. Where's Nut Hill? Here. So I'm going to leave the camera here for a second. I'm going to make a cut and we'll come back in just a second and we will have the service pattern ready to implement. So I'll be back in just a second. Alright guys, we are back. I've been away and I've done some train scheduling and we are going to implement said trains into the network from here on. So first of all, we're going to do a Great Eastern service. I believe it's called Great Eastern. I will check that because there's a very good chance that it's Guard City Great Eastern. Nope, it might just be called Great Eastern then. It would be nice if I could find these a lot easier. There it is. Okay. So the first one's going to be a Great Eastern service. It's going to run from here. So let's pin you there. We're going to end up with lots of trains on the network again. I warn you now. Lots and lots of trains. So first of all, we're going to go with a 7-car train. That's going to run from here. And it's going to go into here, 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 here. You are no loading, no unloading. You are service, you are unload, no loading. Alright, and then from here, you're going to go here, 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 and here. Okay, so after Nut Hill, your next stop is Puningville, which is quite a ways away, if I recall. Here it is, Puningville. You're going to stop here twice. And then after Puningville, it's Henning Hill Junction, which is a long way away. We're not going to interchange here. We're going to run straight through there. So it's going to be over here. Henning Hall Junction. And then from here you're going to run on the fast lines, because your next stop after Henning Hall is Lanning Way, which is over here. And then after Lanning Way, your next stop is right the way over here at Frinningstone. And then after Frinningstone, you're going to go straight through Renston. Just double check that. Yep, straight through Renston. Like so. Do I need to go via this? No. Good, makes my life easier. Into the tunnel here, out of the tunnel here. Then here you're going to go there, 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 into there, and then there, there. I think, yeah, I think that's it. Okay, and that's you done. Now orders and timetables and stuff I'll sort out in just a second. There needs to be 7 of you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, next up is a slightly smaller train. So we're going to go with a 5-car. What's the capacity of that? Yeah, okay, we'll go with a 5-car. Pin you, you're going to go underneath, like so. And you're going to basically do the same as that. I'm not going to hold control though, because we are going to make some amendments. So after Puningville, your next stop is Brenfingley. So after Puningville, which is there, you are then going to stop over here. So then before Puningville there, you're going to stop here. And then after Brenfingly, that's fine. After Lanningway, which is all the way over here, your next stop is going to be up here. So after Lanningway, and here before Lanningway, like so, you'll stop at Reningbury. Then it's Fredington as before, and then instead of going straight through Renston, you are going to stop at Renston, which is here. Okay, and then on the return, instead of going through Renston, you're going to stop at Renston. Done! That was easy, wasn't it? And you need 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Back over here. Because the last one we're going to do is one of these, I think. Is it this one? East Midlands trains. There we go. What's your top speed? 87. Is there a faster one? I don't think there is. Yeah, because you're southern. 87, 87, 76, 76, 75, 76, 76, 76, 76. Why 76? That's what I want to know. Strange number to choose. And these, I think their only livery is Central Trains. Yeah. So it's not you. It is the one that we've got here. I'm going to have 2 of you running like so. Right, now this one's got lots of stops, so you'll have to bear with me for this. Actually, it hasn't got that many. There is one coming up soon that's got a hell of a lot more. So, as I say, bear with me on this. There, 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 and there. Now I can hear you asking, why am I not copying this from the fast trains above? And that's basically because we're going to have to add so many in at various points. It's just going to be quicker to do it like this. Right, so after that, there, 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 and there, there. Right, so after Nuthill City, we do stop here at Great Truningville. We stop there twice. After Great Truningville, next stop is Little Slumfingway, which is where we are here. After that, it's Puningville, which is the next stop on the line by the looks of things. So far, so good. And then after that, it's Wardston, which is here. And then it's Brenfingly Estrella, which is nicely over here. Then it's Henning Hall. I'm tempted to have it stop here as well, actually, at Denhatton, because I think it's just the little train that stops there. I won't for now. I might add it in later, but I won't for now. Alright, so our next stop is Henning Hall. After that we go into the slow lines, and we do stop here at Wonfingfield, I believe. Yes, we do. So Wonfingfield, there and there. Then we stop at Fort Frontown, which is here and here. And then after that, our next stop is Lanningway. So we miss out Flarning Hall. Our next stop is here. Lanningway. Then it's Puntbourne, which I believe is the next station on the line anyway. And is. Cool. After Puntbourne, we skip through here. I'm tempted to build a station here actually and have buses shuttling people to and from Kindhead, because it's quite a long way to go between stops otherwise. Do we stop at Letfield? We do. So add those in. And then after Letfield, it's Reningbury. After Reningbury, it's Pendingston, which is the next one anyway. Good, good. And then after that, it's Planingbury. Yep, Planingbury. Then Froningston. And you can see how close we are now to Guard City. We don't stop at Slanville. Our next stop is Renston Interchange. So we need to go via here. Here. And now we go via Daningpool Bridge. I think we're okay with... I don't think there's any waypoints there or anything we've got to watch out for, so that's good. After Daningpool, it's New Broodingbury, which is here. And then it's Brendington Indigo Junction. Now, there is a station here, but I think we go straight through. Yes, we do. Leapside North. We don't stop at Leapside North. I really think that should be Rubringer Station rather than Leapside. So I think that's Portston Road. So this one is Leapside. Yeah, this one's Leapside. Anyway, so it's here twice, and then it's here twice, and then it's here twice, and then it's here once. Now that's unload, no loading. That is no loading, no unloading. Okay, so that's that one done. Again, I'll do timetabling, etc. in a second. Right, sorry if the audio's a bit out of sync now. Just had to take a quick phone call. But yeah, that's the next train done. This one here. So next up, we scooch all the way over here. I just want to check actually how the freight terminal is doing, because we were having some problems with it. Seems to be okay now. I've sent all the mail trains to the depot because I'm going to completely redo the mail system on the whole network. Now that we've got some more extremities to serve, it makes more sense to do that. So in the meantime, it's just food, coal, and recyclables, I think, or is it? No, it's scrap metal, I think, that comes through here. And there is a recyclables train as well. Oh, and manufacturing supplies. Yes, can't forget the manufacturing supplies. Anyway, we're not going to go there. We're going to scooch up here instead, because we're going to bring out some more trains from this depot. We're going to start with a Pendolino, the bigger one, I think. Actually, no, we get the smaller one for this. So there's bigger one and a smaller one. What I mean by that is, originally the Pendolinos were built with only 9 cars, which is what this is, which is 4.5 tiles long. This one, however, providing I've got that right, yes, this one is the 11 cars. So at some point during their lifetime, I can't remember exactly when it was, but Virgin Trains decided to increase the length of their Pendolinos from 9 car to 11 car, or some of their Pendolinos. I'm not quite sure even now if all of them have been converted, but they had 2 new ones built at the same time, but they also had some extra carriages made by Alstom to lengthen the trains to 11 car. So we're going to go with the original Pendolino for this, because it's not quite running the full-on express service that we come to expect from Pendolino. Anyway, that's not the point. Just want to check where this train goes. Okay. So you're going to go through there, so I don't think we need you to go through Plint Bridge. We just need you to keep on going straight along here until you get to here, and then here, and then here, into here, twice, and then out here, here, And then, does it go through Plint Bridge on the way back? No, it doesn't. So where does it go on the way back? That's a good question. I think it just goes straight through. Yeah, it looks like it just goes straight through to here and then to here. So your service, your no loading, sorry, your unload, no loading, and you are no loading, no unloading. Alright, now this train goes as follows. Here, 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 and then here, here, and then Honningville's the next stop. So it goes straight through Plint Bridge. Don't need to stop there. Here and here. Now I think you do actually have to go through Puntingford as a waypoint, so we'll do that. But you're not actually going to stop here, so I'm going to change these now so I don't forget. You're a non-stop via. You're a non-stop via. Here and here. And then your next stop is Honningville, where you do actually stop. And then you come out of here. Alright, after Honningville, your next stop is Warnbridge Airport. Which is good news, because it means we get to do this. And then we get to do this. And then your next stop is Ludhead Cross. So through all of this, there's Pradston Bay, so Ludhead Cross is up here. Okay, do you stop at Beffingway? Yes, you do stop at Beffingway, that's good news then. So through here, there and there, into Beffingway, and then there and there on the other side. Okay, now your next stop is Chadborough, which is through all of this, through all of this, through all of this, over here. Okay, and then you stop at you don't stop at Playhatten Springs, you go via Playhatten Springs, which is a waypoint. So again, change it now so I don't forget. Non-stop via, non-stop via. So after Playhatten, you come round to here. And then your next stop after Playhatten is Grundhead Apollonia, which is here. So you go via this waypoint into Grundhead, and then via this waypoint. And then after Grundhead, your final stop is Nut Hill City Centre, which is all the way over here. Now, before we can go into there, we do have to extend this cutting a little bit more, first and foremost. We'll put a set of waypoints there, and then I'm going to put one there and one there. So I think we should be able to go that, 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 and that. And that should be that schedule completed, which is good. Oh, how many of these DMUs did we need? I didn't check that. 11. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then this train, we'll scoot back over here really quickly. You need 4, according to this. 2, 3, 4. Which doesn't sound like a lot to me, but that's what the calculation said. Well, I'll check that just before. I might increase that actually to 8. Yeah, then I'm going to increase it to 8. I had it to divide by 2, but then I'm going to times it by 2 again. 5, 6, 7, 8. So that we get more frequency. So next up is this one. Pin U. We'll put you next to. And U. Get rid of those for a second. U. Copy from that. Okay, open this right up. I need to open it up some more actually, so if I pin you up here for now, and we'll drag you right the way down. The changes between this one and the one that we've just done is this one also stops at Punfingford. I think that's it before Beffingway, so there. You're no longer non-stop via, you are non-stop 2. And on the way back, you're not non-stop via, you are non-stop 2. Besides that, it stops at Honingville, which the other one does. It stops at Warnbridge, which the other one does. It stops at Ludhead Cross, and it stops at Beffingway, like the other one. Also, Playhatton Springs, you are also a stop. So Playhatton Springs, non-stop 2. Right. After Playhatton Springs, the next stop is Cadworth. So let's zoom right out. There's Cadworth. So after Playhatton Springs, which is there, you stop at Cadworth. And then before Playhatton Springs, which is there, you stop at Cadworth. After Cadworth, it's Grundhead, same as before. So we skip through there. But then after that, it is Cunley. Yes, it's Cunley, which is where we are now. There. And then before Grundhead on the way back, you also stop via Cunley. And then after Cunley, we stop at Sardingston, which is here. And then before Cunley, on the way back, we stop at Sardingston. I think that's all of them. It is. Right. Now we got a really long order to do, which might involve doing some fiddling with some trains actually. But we have to start at Denston, so let's head over here. How full is the cross-country depot? Oh, we might get away with that actually. We might get away with it. So I've got to pin you up here. Did not mean to select that. So we need a cross-country train. I'm tempted to use the Challenger, but that's 213 passengers. That's 262. Yeah, we'll use the Super Voyager with 5-car config for this. Cross-country. Done. Right. You go here, 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 and here. Service. Unload. No loading. No loading. No unloading. Awesome. Right. Here twice. Here twice. How full's Denston at the moment? Not very. We need to get more passengers running into Denston, I think. So after Denston North, or after Denston, your next stop is Drenninghead East, which is all the way over here, where we do the little chicane. After Drenninghead, it's One Town, which is... yeah, it's definitely One Town, which is here. Ah yes, just before the junction. That's why I did it like that. Then it's Radeon, which is the other side of the junction. Okay. Then it's Brenfingli Estrella. So we go via here, and then via here, and then it's Brenfingli Estrella, which is all the way up here. Then after Brenfingli, it's Wadston, which is up here. So then the next one should be Puningville, and is. Okay, and then after Puningville, it's Nut Hill. So straight through all of this. It's just via these two, I think. Although actually, tell you what. There, and then there. Like that. Through Nut Hill. And then the other side of Nut Hill there and there. And then there and there. So it's consistent. Next up after Nut Hill is Pinningville, which is where exactly? Pinningville, here. Then Sardingston, which is here. Then it's Cunley, so over here. Then it's Grundhead Apollonia. Like so. Then it's Cadworth, which is not there, it's here. And then after Cadworth, it's Gunhattan, which I think is out on the northern trunk route. Gunhattan. Here. Yes, where we join up with the northern metro. And then after Gunhattan, it's Painingly, which is here. Then after that, it's Pretfield, which is all the way over here. Okay, and then after Pretfield, it is Brehill City, which is here. Then it's Winville, yep. And then it's Gronwell Superior. End of the line. Right, so it's here, 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 here. Cool. I didn't copy that one, nor did I change the livery. It's your Virgin East Coast. So respectively, it's 11 and then 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, now we select this one. And this is the last train that we'll be adding, or the set of trains that we'll be adding in this episode. So it's going to be a Stadler Kiss, sorry, Stadler Flirt, not the Kiss, the Flirt. Although, what about the Talent? See, I always think of these as being European trains, but actually, these are heading to England soon. Or the Kisses are. Not the Kiss, the Flirt is, sorry, on Greater Anglia. So we are going to see these in the UK fairly soon, which is quite exciting. There we go with the big one. And then you there. And this is quite a long service, so bear with me. Here, 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 here. No loading, no unloading, unload, no loading. Right. So from this, it's here, 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 here. That looks right. It's probably wrong, but it looks right. So after Gronwell, your next stop is Druntberg, which is here. Okay, then after Druntberg, it's Grindtown, however you want to say it. Then Chenfingfield. Not that one, this one, which is just before this junction. Yep. Then it's Winville. I'm making myself dizzy turning my head too fast. I've got to stop doing that. Last thing I want to do is collapse whilst making a video. That's not good form, believe it or not. Run there via that twice. I don't think the no, we're the first train that actually does that. Okay. I think we're the first slow train that comes down this way, that's why. Right, so after Winville, Nonningpool is next, which is the next station, so that's good news. We don't stop at Saston. We do stop at Brayhill City. Brayhill City. Do we stop at Eastbourne Bridge? Nope, the next stop is Pretfield. So we skip out Oxford as well. There's Pretfield. Okay, after Pretfield, it's Brudingston, Painingly, and Slanningville. So it's Brudingston, Painingly, and Slainingston. Sorry, Slainingville. I was trying to do it by memory, but I didn't really work out very well, did it? Then it's Gunhatton, Fort Gradingbury, and Cadworth. So it's Gunhatton. All the way over here. Via the junction. Fort Gradingbury. And is it Prainingpool? No, Cadworth. There. Okay, after Cadworth, it's Pluningbury, Grundhead, Cunley. Pluningbury, Grundhead, and Cunley. And then after Cunley, it's Pradston East. Then it's Sardingston. Then it's Finfing Way, which is an unusual name. Rondhead Cross. Pinningville, which is not there, it's here. Marthill City. Then it's Denningston, which is this one. And then last but not least, Nuthill City Centre. Like so. And that is all of them for today's episode, guys. So I need to do the audio for the time lapse still. So I mean, you don't need to know that because by the time you watch the video, it'll already be done. But hopefully this isn't too long a video. I mean, it's not too bad. It's pretty decent length, I would say. Oh, I need to say how many of these we've got. So it's currently, it says 9, but I think I've got it divided. Oh, I haven't got it divided by 100. I think if I do this, yeah, that'll take it up to 12. I'll do 12 for this one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can see how many trains we're up to now. 1,015 trains now out on the network, which is insane. But yeah, we need lots of trains, carry lots of people. But that does it for this episode, guys. So Friday, I can't actually remember what I've got planned on Friday, but at some point we are going to reboot the overground system within Guard City. So that might well be Friday's episode. But I'll have to check the plan, because I think it might actually have. In fact, let me load that up now. Let's not guess. Guessing never works out well. Episode plans. There we go. So what are we now? Because I need to mark this off as being done as well, I suppose. So it does take a little while to load because there's a lot of stuff that does need loading. Come on. Any second now. There we go. Right. Scroll down. This is episode 204. We don't have a 205 planned out yet, but I can cross off 204. Right, so next episode we are going to reboot the overground at Guard City. I'll explain a little bit more what I mean by that next episode. It's basically to do with the number of trains and the way they're running, and everything at the moment is not working very well. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to completely reboot that and get it working properly. So until then, guys, thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series, drop some comments down below with ideas for future episodes. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you guys for your continued support, and until next time, I will see you soon.